Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 scary lost videos finally found. So here are some forgotten, secret, and lost videotapes which were found. Some of these are total mysteries, and others have been looked for absolutely years. But finally we have this very mysterious footage for us to analyze and look at. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10 we have Haunted School. One day a man named Stuart Drake found an old VHS tape abandoned somewhere. It had absolutely no markings on except one thing that said 1999. When he put it into a VHS player, what he saw was quite strange. At first there appears to be someone walking around an old abandoned school. There are some glitches and disturbances in the video. At first you may think it's simply VHS static, but as the video progresses there's clear electrical disturbance. The man then turns around and sees a mysterious figure far away. At the opposite end of the school there appears to be a tall man in a black suit with a white face. If you zoom into the video you can barely see this man's facial features whatsoever. The guy recording then appears to run away before ending the tape. Some say the figure in this videotape could have been Slender Man. Seeing as this video was taken in 1999, this would mean Slender Man has been active for nearly 30 years. However, officially the story of Slender Man was made in 2011, so this makes no sense. Others say the guy simply could have seen a creepy man and decided to run away. But then again, that doesn't explain the electrical disturbance this man seemingly caused. Do you think this could be Slender Man or something supernatural, or just a creepy guy? Next up is Russian Bridge Monster. This videotape is very mysterious and was found in Russia. It appears to show someone holding a VHS camera while they're on a bicycle. They're riding along and seem to be saying something happily about how nice a day it is. I don't speak much Russian, but the first thing the guy says is hello friends. It appears he was making this VHS tape for someone to watch, almost like a very early version of a vlog. But as the cyclist rides underneath this very eerie looking bridge, he stops talking. This is because a loud shriek can be heard from underneath the bridge. The scream is either from one very scary person or a monster of some sort. Others online have said this could be some kind of scary animal like a wolf. The man then shouts, "Who is there?" But I bet he regrets asking that question, as the thing did show itself. As the thing emerges off camera, he screams and the tape cuts short. Some say this video could be fake, but then again, what was making that sound? It really doesn't seem like something a human could do and seems more like a monster or animal. And some even say this tape was found near Chernobyl. Who knows, maybe whatever made this sound could have been affected by the Chernobyl disaster. Perhaps a nuclear wolf lives underneath that bridge and scared this guy.
Привет. В общем, я сейчас нахожусь под... Слышите?
Next up is Paris catacombs. Did you know that underneath the busy streets of Paris are catacombs? These are massive tunnels underground which the public are not allowed to go down into. You can take a guided tour of a very small part of the Paris catacombs. However, in the 1990s, they were actually open and anyone could go down and explore. Many did, but many also didn't make it back out. If you were to get lost in the Paris catacombs, there's almost no way out. They're so vast and disorientating as they're all dark and look exactly the same. Well, just before they were about to close up the catacombs from the public, they found an unidentified skeleton. Next to the skeleton was a VHS video camera with a tape inside. It appears this man had gone down into the catacombs and become lost. He then never made it out and actually passed away inside the catacombs like many others did. However, he actually filmed his last moments frantically trying to escape the catacombs. The absolutely terrifying footage has been featured in many documentaries, and you can only imagine what this guy was thinking as he realizes he may never make it out of the catacombs. Next up is Abandoned Hospital. In the summer of 2008, 4 teens in Melbourne, Australia went missing. Many search parties looked for them far and wide, but after a few months at an abandoned Melbourne hospital they found this VHS tape. The search party gave the tape to the parents. The news wanted to broadcast this as it would make for an amazing story, however the parents didn't want their kids to be used on the news. However, they did eventually let the news use the tapes in the hopes someone would recognize their teenage kids and then call them. The tapes begin pretty normally as the teens are just sitting in a car talking. They then walk around and see a private property sign and climb over the fence. They may have actually been looking for this abandoned hospital to try and find a ghost or something. This is a popular trend with teens today on YouTube. But it seems that for these teens, things went wrong. They're walking around the very creepy hospital when one of the teens says, "How dark is this place?" Then all of a sudden the video cuts to black. So far these teens have never showed up and this tape remains incredibly mysterious. Do you think something sinister could have been lurking in this abandoned Melbourne hospital?
Let's go, bro. We're
gonna see how it goes and fucking. Apparently it's haunted.
Yeah, and we're gonna
No, boys. Fuck it, mate.
What is this place?
Next up is Fallen Angel. So here's an incredibly mysterious and creepy tape from 2006. One day a couple of friends in Brazil were taking a night walk in the forest at midnight. They were walking around with a flashlight when they could have sworn they saw something. They decided to shine their torch on the same place where they saw the thing before. They seemed to make out the body of this very strange creature. That was when one of the friends steps on a twig making a noise. The creature then turns around and its eyes begin to glow. That is when the friends make a run for it and the tape cuts short. After they got back home they shared the footage and many said this could have been a fallen angel. Others said this looks like some kind of shaved monster. But what do you guys think this is? A monster, an angel, or something else? Next up is Possessed Teens. So here's an incredibly scary video taken in 1994 in Paraguay. It appears to be a bunch of kids having fun late at night at a sleepover. They're filming things that they're doing such as walking around the house and watching TV. But within the tape there are strange noises, including screams. Some even say that this VHS tape is packed with subliminal messages. It also shows the kids walking in bizarre ways with distorted noises. Some skeptics say that people simply recorded over this VHS tape. That's why half of it seems scary and the other half seems fairly normal. But no one's sure what these kids are even doing, and some say that these kids are possessed and so is the tape. What do you guys think about this very mysterious found VHS tape? Next up is Haunted Kid. Today, kids love filming themselves doing scary challenges. Whether it's talking to someone beyond the grave from an Ouija board or doing the Charlie challenge. But back in 2001 in Portugal, many kids did not have video cameras. Well, that's when and where this video was recorded. A group of kids are having fun messing around on their VHS camera. Eventually, these kids say let's try and contact some spirits. They all crowd around one of their friends called Nilsson. Unbelievably, he sways around for a bit and then falls over. They get him back up and then they do it once more. This time their other friend named Celestino falls over. He then appears to be possessed in some ways. He's shaking around and his backbone's arching out. You may think he's acting, but his friends are genuinely scared and he doesn't seem to be acting whatsoever. Celestino runs outside and begins acting very strangely. The other kids are very scared, but they don't want to let him out of their sight in case he gets himself into danger. Do you think these kids are just acting, or did they really conjure a spirit through their friend? Next up is burning. Footage of a burning building is always sinister, but wait until you hear the story behind this very scary lost VHS tape. In 1987 in the USA, two pyromaniac brothers burnt down a house. They filmed the entire thing on a VHS tape before dumping the tape in a field. The police actually had no idea who was behind this fire and they assumed it could have been a mistake. But eventually a farmer found the VHS tape dumped in his farm. He handed it in to the police and it was traced back to the people who did it. In the very scary tape you can hear them saying, "Yes, I did it." But it actually took the police 2 years to identify the people behind this after finding the tape. The pair who did this were later found to be connected to 24 other fires started in the area. And one San Francisco news article from back then said these two teens were found with very scary items. This included things like real skeleton bones, Ouija boards, and other things suggesting they may be a part of a cult. And they even found another VHS tape of them dressed up like some kind of monster screaming at the camera. Next up is Haunted House. One day a restoration company bought an old abandoned house. Inside they found a VHS camera and 2 intact tapes. They released them to the public trying to find the actual owners of these tapes. It starts off with a group of kids entering this house that they say is haunted. They then walk around saying how creepy the whole house is. After they get to the top of a long set of stairs, they all go silent. The camera is then pulled forward and down onto the ground. That was the first tape, but what about the second tape? Well, the second tape shows them screaming and running down the stairs. After this was released to the public, the people who filmed this did actually come forward and they're all okay. But they said they have no idea what happened on that one very scary night. And they say they don't know what pulled their camcorder forward and onto the ground.
Hello?
Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the scariest lost tape on this list. If you guys want more amazing videos, check out my second channel. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. As always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.